Hi everybody, this is I Am Pam. Happy Halloween. I'm out here on the end of our property out near our entrance, and I just thought I would take a short video. It's absolutely beautiful out. This time last Saturday, we had 7 inches of snow on our property, and it was absolutely freezing and cold, and it was just the weirdest, freakiest early October snowfall we've had in a very long time. I'm looking down our private road. The cats, our outdoor kitties, and Maggie are out here with me. And they just love it when I walk out to the road and walk up and down. And I'm just gonna walk this way a little bit. But anyway, I hope everybody's doing okay. And the families are preparing for Halloween today. I know it's a really great holiday for the family gatherings. Our kids are all grown up, and so we don't do trick or treating. We really didn't do much of trick or treating anyway with them growing up. I'm always out here looking for signs of the big guys. But anyway, I digress. Um, our granddaughter is off with her father this weekend, so we don't have anybody to do trick or treating with. This is our neighbor across the way. You might hear a tractor in the background because somebody borrowed our tractor so they could prepare for their garden next year. They wanted to till up the ground now, loosen it up, and then they're going to be putting in a garden in the spring. I'm just going to go ahead and walk down this way. I'm walking to the one corner of our property line, which is where those 3 posts are. I absolutely love it out here. The great wide open spaces. You know, look off in the distance. And there's Miss Maggie running around. She loves it. I just have to say, you want to go for a walk, and she gets all excited and jumps around. And I have to say, I'm very thankful we live out where we don't have to worry about our dogs being chained or tethered. I do have if I go on long walks several miles from our home, down the other way, opposite direction that I'm walking now, you walk into an area where there's more homes and other animals. So I will actually put her on one of those tug leashes that expands out to 16 feet. But she usually doesn't. Generally, she doesn't need it. But again, I'm so thankful we don't have to worry about, we don't even fence her. We don't have to worry about leash, anything like that. I just let her run, and she will always follow me. She likes to check out perimeter like most dogs do, but she'll follow me back home here shortly. Well, here we are at the property line, and that's our stake. And then over here is where we were going to put in some fencing and 30 feet back from the road for easement purposes. And you can see, oh wow, look at that, guys. I don't know if you can see it. Oop, let me go back this way. There's a huge game trail right through here. And I know the deer are heavy in here, but again, it almost looks like ATV marks. But we don't have a 4-wheeler or an ATV, and I don't know who would have been down through here, but that's weird. But to me, it just looks like it could easily be game trail marks also. I don't know. Usually people don't drive back on our property. If they have been back there, then I'm a little peeved at it right now because they know we don't like people driving on our property without our knowledge. Our property goes all the way back to where you can see those trees back there. Oh, look at this. Oh, the cats are following Maggie. They follow her everywhere. They love her so much. It's so funny. Oh, so I got cats. When I go out here on the road and with my walks, I have the cats as well as the dog. They follow us everywhere. And I love them. They're such great mousers and molars. I mean, I'm going to go back this way. We used to have such a huge issue before we had barn cats again. We went through a lull where we didn't have any outdoor kitties, and the moles were just taking over our front yard and our backyard, and they were just everywhere. It was awful. So I get these babies, and I raise them from, kittens, and they make excellent mousers, and we don't have a mole problem anymore. They took care of that in one summer. Isn't that amazing? Just crazy. I'm going to walk back this way. There's one end of our property, our home, I mean. We farmsteaded out here. When we moved out here, this road was barely here. It was just two track marks coming in from light travel of other people that live out here. But when we moved out here, we had absolutely nothing. And I'm saying nothing on our property. It was bare land. We had these power poles weren't there. They brought in those power lines because of us. Because we were the first to build out here. People were living down on the end, but they were actually just, off-grading in a shed. But they had soon moved out because they couldn't afford to keep up with their payments. So went back to the original owner, and it didn't sell for many, many years. We've been out here for 22 years now. But we have absolutely nothing out here. It was just open space. And when we moved out here, we just lived in a little camper or a little trailer thing. Then once we sold our house in Spokane, we took the proceeds from that and we bought a fifth wheel. And then we had the power lines brought in from way down there, and we brought in our power. I can't see because of the sun glare, but we put in our well, put in our septic, and we lived in our fifth well off that for a while. And then we slowly brought in the house. It's a manufactured home, but it's a nice home. And we built the garage and the barns and the yard and planted trees and did all kinds of stuff. And so basically, it's our homestead. We call it the Circle M Ranch. M as in for our kids, Megan and Michael. And they were both in grade school when we moved out here. Now they're, my youngest is 31, Michael, and my daughter, oldest, is 35. And they have families of their own in Spokane, but, of course, we do family stuff out here together. I mean, were raised out here for a long time, went to a country school and rode the bus and did all that stuff. But now we're empty nesters, and yeah, I'm gonna walk back this way. Within the first probably 5 years or so, when we first moved out, we built that barn. I don't know if you can see it, it's a green and white barn, but we extended off of it. But it was a great barn in the day for horses. We had hay, we had dry storage for all of the hay and for the oats and grains that we would get them, and their tack. And they had their individual stalls. We ended up with 3 stalls with feeding bins in them. And then we fenced off this first 5 acres for their roaming purposes. And we were going to fence off that. We're coming up on the second 20-acre parcel because we own 60 acres out here. And so we're coming up on our second parcel where this is fenced in the front 5 acres. And then the rest of it is pulled off. You know, we put poles up and stuff for additional fencing area out there, but we never did get it finished. So it's a project we still have to work on. We just really haven't needed to fence it any further. After the horses and the kids grew up, moved out, and we had a little pony that we bought. He was a 4-H pony, and his name was Buttercup, and he was probably in his 30s. He was the old rodeo pony for many, many, many years in our county, and he was very popular. But he retired out with us, and he was the best horse for the kids to learn and adjust to how to handle horses and stuff. He was just super awesome, and he passed away of old age. And then our other 2 horses that we had, well, we basically ended up selling because we just didn't have enough interest in them, and they were a lot of work and they're very expensive. So they went to new homes so that they could be taken care of better than what we could do for them, because we just didn't have what it took to continue with them. We wanted them to have a better life, and that was especially after the kids moved out and went on their own. So we turned the barn into storage and a cat barn. There's a lot of cat stuff out there, cat beds, cat food. Makes a great little hiding place from the yeah, I'm just right here. I'm actually on live. I'm actually doing a video, so you're on camera. So you better run and hide if you don't want to be on here. These are our neighbor. There's our neighbor and his friend. They're the ones using our tractor to put in a garden. So where are you putting the garden in at?
Kind of where the tractor is right now.
Oh, okay.
It's the best soil
Yeah.
that we have. The least amount of rocks.
Yeah, yeah. That's great. Yeah, she's awesome. Oh, it's okay. Maggie, you're funny.
She really doesn't like guys. Oh, okay.
Well, she loves Brainerd, and if she knows you, she'll love you.
Yeah.
But it's taken her a long time to get used to Dean,
Yeah.
which is really, really odd. We don't know why he's so odd that she barks at him all the time.
And usually dogs love me, so yeah. She's like, okay, I'm gonna ignore you now.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is my buddy Patrick.
Hi, Patrick. How are you?
Doing well. Yeah. How about you?
Good.
Yeah. This is Brainerd's wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, tractor's definitely making life a lot easier than trying to do this by hand.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got I see you got the rototiller on it, or the
disc tiller.
the disc tiller.
Yeah. Just trying to get rid of the vegetation right now, which is hunkered in there.
It is. It's really tight. When we moved out here, you should have seen how hunkered in it was along here, and we had to get rid of all the toadflax and the St. John's, and it was just as thick could be. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We thinned it out, and now it's so much better to mow and upkeep, but it was bad when we first moved out here.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to come over and say hello. I saw Maggie. I'm like, yeah, I'm not Brainerd.
Yeah, she heard the tractor. She knows that sound.
Yep.
Okay, well, guys, have fun.
All right. Take care.
It was a beautiful day to be out doing this kind of stuff.
yeah.
That's why I'm out doing a video.
Oh, nice.
So,
For
just for my channel on YouTube.
oh, nice.
Yeah, just memories
Yeah.
for the kids to hear
Yeah.
my voice and stuff. So I do these videos, and
Very cool.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful out here.
it is.
Yeah.
It
love
is.
this, yeah. I love this that you have the perfect balance of being in the forest, but yet can
still have the open
have the
space.
view, right, without
Yeah.
having to deal with the heat of being out in the open all day.
Yeah.
A little bit of protection.
See the mountain, that Shoemaker Butte over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do. We have a perfect balance of woods and open space out here, and prairie land.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Okay.
we'll let you get back at it.
Okay, then guys, thank you. Sorry about that, guys. Just a little friendly neighborhood chat. I'm gonna walk back this way and back to the property. My original plan was to walk out to the edge of the property and take pictures, or the end of our driveway, I'm sorry, to take pictures of my little Halloween decor. It's very little. I'll show you in just a moment. But yeah, he was saying we have the perfect balance of prairie, open space, there's farmland out there, and then the balance of the woods, and very treed and wooded. And our neighbors back there. I'm going to go around in a circle because our property goes down to the trees, all the way down to where the trees are down there. Not the first couple big trees, but way out. The last bit of trees you see in the photo, the furthest one's out. So that's where our property ends. And then, of course, it goes all the way back that way. Every inch of our property is usable. So there's a huge cliff over there. Huge cliff. It runs all along that tree line there. On the other side of it goes for a while. And that cliff is huge. And then there's woods down below. So some people's property that's on this side of the road, it drops off and it's not all usable. It's mostly view property rather than usable property. So they don't get the full advantage of their 20 acres. And the reason why we bought these plots, because we were looking at buying one of these out here on the edge. But the reason why we bought this property is because every acre is usable, open space, not a lot of managing the trees, but you still have advantage of the trees nearby. And the beauty of the wildlife, because we have black bear, cougar, badger, elk, deer, and I'm not sure that the habitat right here is hospitable for the Bigfoot, but I am guessing they're out here, maybe passing through, because the area north of here is very wooded and very thick and very, very hospitable for Bigfoot. There's a lake that way. So, and there's streams and creeks. We have always had, here, let me show you. I bought these big, huge eyes. They look like dragon eyes. They're my dragon eyes. At the dollar store for $1. And I painted a board like maybe a dinosaur or dragon colors. And I put I glued the eyes on really tight. And now I hid them in the grass in an entryway at the top of our driveway. So I don't know, when you drive in at